How about my dearest YouTube friends? Today we are in a new video, another character that I really wanted to analyze, and that was 7 stars. Let's remember that Galan has been in the game for a long time. In fact, I don't remember what year he came out. In 2022, it will be 3 years in the game and we can finally get 7 stars in the Titan Crystal. If you are lucky enough to get this piece of character, okay, then I have to thank my subscriber friend. For hate reasons, I don't show him the name because he hasn't left him in rank 3 for security level 40. I have to tell you that Galan does not require the duplicate to do that terrible damage that he does from the explosion of Super Take 2, but it is advisable to have him in the maximum possible singularity because he is stronger in defense. For example, what the singular ability tells us is that whenever Galan prevents in FSC from repowering non-powers, he blocks powers or blocks super attacks. Or it has a 1.81 improvement in physical endurance and indefinite energy endurance rounding up, so we would get 2. This is to be able to face mystical characters. Worth something, but speaker with the tank stick. Let's remember that's the cane Galan is using. While the harvest is active, Galan becomes immune, stun, and inflicts a burst of direct damage. As long as Galan does not have any amount of planetary mass, this damage increases only in accordance with the base attack. So the more damage, the more uniqueness we have, the more direct damage this hunk is going to cause. We see that it has solar intensity. It is a maximum of 3. Okay, we start with 1 in defense. It starts with 3 when the opponent retro big because we have an additional solar intensity at the beginning. The fight has another intensification because there is solar intensity and 3 solar intensity charges. All of his Galano attacks have a sharp sense upgrade. It has proactive taxibiology that you basically have to be with the middle blow. We receive an improvement in physical resistance with the weak blow and energy resistance. Generate these resistance improvements always in their maximum amount in their holder in previous versions by updated power works. We have the harvest and the planetary mass, which is the way we have to be playing with this hunk. Whenever Galan gets an upgrade, his planetary mass increases by 10. Galan doesn't have 50. Planetary mass whenever the opponent has a robustness effect, hence characters against Adman from the future Nimrod, any Bastion character that generates robustness. We're going to improve our amount of planetary mass and we're going to be developing it faster. Apart from hitting a strong attack with 100 or more planetary mass, it will activate the harvest. It gives you the harvest in an attack and prevents Galan. In power, he does have more than 1 power bar. In defense, the harvest is activated when Galan reaches 100, more than of more planetary mass, which is what really screws up the character in defense. Because yes, Galan is his character who is good in defense, but in attack it is better. While harvest is active, gain an unstoppable buff and a regeneration buff that heals life. If Galan performs a sub attack while harvest is active, he becomes unblockable and the harvest ends. The burst of damage is going to be activated with the final hit of the sub attack, which is where we really get Galan's damage and which can be difficult in defense of this character because we have already said that he becomes unblockable. Okay, with a super attack 1 we get 4 fury upgrades, this fury for 6 seconds and increases the average attack strength. Casemate is active, converted all of Galan's resistance upgrades into planetary mass each. Sub-Attack 2, Galan activation has 8 intensification buffs, each lasting 22 seconds and increases the power of all new buffs by 5%. The final 3 hits inflict incineration disadvantage that does energy damage veil, and while the harvest is active, it instead inflicts 3 incineration per hit of the same power. And finally, the Sub-Attack 3 Galan instantly has 200 planetary mass and begins a planetary harvest if it is not already active. If the harvest is active, it already updates the duration of the currently activated harvest and allows Galana to gain power from. Once again, and finally, we have the Heralds of Galactus. Okay, we're going to see this later with the gameplay itself. Okay, then we're going as always to our little soldier in winter. In the end, it's where we're best going to be testing the character, and I already tell you that we have quite a few ways to play with this Galant. But the one I like the most is going to Super Attack 3, especially in this type of long half-shot fights. Okay, in the short fights, don't worry, I'm also going to do the gameplay for you, although we're not going to end the character, we're going to see it. You are already seeing the same thing, that under Galan's life we have the planetary mass, which is what we are going to be gaining when we give medium, weak, and medium blows, which is really how we have to be hitting Galan. Medium, weak, and medium blow. You are already seeing that we are developing those advantages of energy resistance and physical resistance depending on what medium or weak blow we are pulling. Okay, let's remember that at most we have 20 charges for each, and you are already seeing that every time we gain those charges we are also gaining planetary mass. Let's remember. that the maximum is 999. In this case, well, we have asked for a super attack, okay, and of course I haven't said it, but every time a super attack hits us and knocks us down, well, they are also going to be taking away our planetary mass. What do we have to be doing with Galan? Well, try to reach 700 loads plus or minus 600 loads of cosmic power of the cosmic seed. As you can see, he just changed that icon to a cosmic seed planet, so he can throw a strong hit before throwing super attack 3, because friends, because in this way we will manage to enter the cosmic seed, we will plant it, and there we will carry out the brutal damage that this Gallant has. Okay, so in this case we have to be farming, which has been the combo itself, the hero with medium weak and medium blows to reach the maximum possible amount of these cosmic seeds. Okay, so we're going to throw a medium weak and medium hit, and now that we're at 700, we throw a strong hit, we put 720, we activate that, so to speak, that looks like Galactus, and we threw sub attack 3, which is giving us another 200 extra. Okay, so in this case I leave you the animation because it is quite worked out and the character is quite old. Watch how he becomes a hero similar to Galactus, and you are seeing that we have 920 charges. In this case you are also seeing that since we are in the cosmic seed, we have regeneration improvement and unstoppable improvement. What do we do now? Well, before the timer runs out, throw sub attack 1 with those 4 fury upgrades and you will see the damage of 358. Gus, we just gave our Winter Soldier friend. I already tell you that this is the gameplay with the most medium length. It is valid for medium and long fights. Galan is also quite strong when we have to be doing short fights, which now is how I am going to show you. We simply don't have to go to Super Attack 3, and we are going to have to be developing Super Attack 1 several times. I already tell you that the best way is the one that usually does the most damage. It is the one I just showed you, but then what we have to do is weak medium blows and means. And when we are almost about to win Galan's second power bar, we are going to have to be throwing Super Attack 1. Why do you say we have to throw Super Attack 1? Because we are going to be generating those Fury enhancements, and every time we gain Fury enhancements, our Cosmic Seed is also increasing. Okay, so with this, we go back to Super Attack 1 when we are close to the 2 power bars. There we have Super Attack 1, and there we can now throw Super Attack 2 when we are close to the 2 power bars, throwing that strong blow as always before we can be leaning on the relic so we can be doing that terrible damage. There we are as we are going to throw the hard blow and see if our furies don't go away. Indeed, 4 of us have gone, but we connected those intensifications, and I am already seeing that a super attack, 2 left incineration, and also those bursts of damage of 25,000 life. You have already seen what this gameplay has been. It's been much shorter than the last one. In this way, I already tell you that I use it for battle cons, for example, when I have to force myself to throw to use which short fights in attack, because I already tell you that in battle, I usually wear it in defense because it is very good defender. You have seen that it took us much less compared to the long form, which is the one I prefer in medium to long fights. Okay, let's have one last fight, in this case going to over attack 2 directly, so you can also see the damage it can be causing. In the end, the queer of Galan's question is that the greater the cosmic charges you have on the planets, the more damage you are going to do with that Super Attack 1 and that Super Attack 2. Okay, that's the good thing about this guy. He's quite powerful, and I'm already telling you that I love the character, and he has very, very strong and very gross damage. Okay, and if we put that together with Super Attack 2 with those disadvantages of incineration, then the better we are going to do even more damage, okay? So in this case, we are going to do the tactic we have done before again, basically almost reach Galan Super Attack 2, we throw Super Attack 1 again, and with this case, we generate the 4 Fury improvements, and we go back to Super Attack 2 so that you can see how fast the character is. In this case, average hits of 3.5, if you can also intersect it with a stronger blow. Okay, in this case with some stronger Cosmos, or rather we are almost with 40060382, and there we are with 400. So what I recommend to you now as Sampa, use the improvements, is to get the greatest amount of Cosmic Seed. We have 550, we shoot and we do in this case 190,000 damage. You see the damage this hunk can be causing. Imagine you, this helpless hunk in battle rounds can be a real pain in the ass. And in reality, he is a very top character, which I really wanted to be 7 stars. We again had Super Attack 2, or we are unblockable, and in this case, you have already seen how easy it is with the Winter Soldier. With this character, you kill any character, but here's the good thing, folks, because we have the Cosmic Seed. In this case, I am not showing it to you in a long fight, because basically the gameplay is literally the same as I have shown you the first way with the Winter Soldier, but in this case, I am going to show you a very important ability of this hero, and is planting the cosmic seed to any cosmic character. Okay, and that's what it's going to do to us, is that certain fights, when they happen, we're going to be able to be converting into a series of skills. For example, let's try Green Tans. Okay, it only works with cosmic characters. That's very important to say. So what do we have to do to enable that pre-fight? Well, simply before the fight, we have to activate. We have to win a fight with the Heartthrob himself. It's enough to be able develop that fight, and we have already thrown, for example, in this case you are going to see it, we are going to do another fight since you have this fight completely free, because we are going to go again to redevelop the damage directly. I am going to show you another way that I also sometimes find myself playing, and is to go directly from Super Attack 1 and is to load the greatest amount of cosmic charges from those planets. Okay, that's what we're going to do, because before we get right to Super Attack 3, we're going to throw the hard blow. There we have it. We already have it there. Perfect. Let's see if it can come here. Come on, that's a strong blow. We didn't charge Super Attack 3 and we have activated the Cosmic Seed. Therefore, it gives us a little chance to be able to develop much more to our Cosmic. Okay, there we have the planetary power. Be careful, because it just doesn't throw it right there. And let's see that they're not going to go away. And we just threw it perfect with 600 charges. Well, look, we have done 287,000 damage, which is not bad at all. I love how the Winter Soldier's life totally disappears. So in this case, we haven't killed him, because in the end, the damage he has with 600 loads is not the same as if he had 999. We hit him again. Strong hit hasn't left us well. Nothing happens. We hit strong hit again. Now we do, and we hit super dead at 3. This case, the gameplay, I'm telling you, has not turned out so well. I recommend that you look at the first and second gameplay that I have shown you. Okay, and what happens, friends? No, I'm going to be touching it. Okay, in this case, you're going to see what happens if the Cosmic Seed ends. Okay, if in this case we can get to any Super Attack 1, no Super Attack 2, or anything like that, well, basically, well, it explodes, as you have seen, 166,000 damage, literally explodes. But your thing is to try to get to Super Attack 1, Super Attack 2, to further influence the damage of that burst. Okay, let's go, now we do, to plant the Cosmic Seed of our gallant friend. Okay, and we're gonna have to be winning a series of fights. Look, the Cosmic Seed allows the following characters. Cosmic, reduce the power of burn powers or 3 damaging resistance disadvantages effects, and execute unblockable super attacks as you win fights. Therefore, we activate it because we remember that they ask us for 2 preludes. That is simply with an Ayala, you enter by loading it, and the second, well, you put it with the fight that you just saw, so you simply have to enter with a cosmic character that in this case is going to be Thanos Deathless. And there it is. You see that beneath Thanos of the After appears that improvement of Galactus, that cosmic seed planted. Basically, what we have to do is win all those fights. Okay, because as we win more fights, the more our character will be developed, reaching such a point that our character's defensive and attack capabilities will be improving. Since I've been hacking, I am already seeing that Thanos Deathless is a character who has completely broken damage, because we are going to be influencing the damage. I also have to tell you that he is a character belonging to this new saga in the Fantastic Four, and that he is going to serve us very well. This is the Cosmic Seed with the raids coming this week. Okay, the character is very good. Be careful, we keep throwing over attack 1, we throw it there, we have it, and that's it, we have it perfect. And in this case, we know what I'm teaching you, because you're going to see what comes out under life. Well, in this case of Thanos Deathless, it will turn out that we have a fight with victory in Thanos' own. Deldes, see the heralds? Reduces the power of effects you hijack by 100%. They gain resistance to harmful disadvantage if they can execute their attacks without blocking them. But friends, Here we have to be developing more fights with the character that we have converted into Herald of Galactus, because in this case you are already seeing that with 0 or more victories your heralds reduce the power to the effects of burning power. With 1 or more victories, which is what we have now, we have 7% resistance, all the damaging handicaps for each victory, and already with 2 or more victories, which is how we are really going to develop our herald into our, in this case, our Tan or Deldes, since they basically become Imbrocales when they launch a super attack against an opponent's blockade. This best lasts the super attack time plus 1 second. Additional from each victory, each time stability is activated, it goes into cooling for 24 seconds. Therefore, you are already seeing that Galan is a character that serves you both in attack and defense, and also helps us enhance our cosmic characters. So friends, leave me the comments you think of this hunk. I'm already telling you he is a character that I was looking forward to playing the 7-star one and appearing in this 7-star rarity, because he is a character that is quite good both in defense and attack. So friends, in this case we're done for today. I say goodbye, that you like the video, suggest you are, and see you in other videos. Bye bye.